Yo, what's good? I'm gonna act like it's 10,000 people watching right now. I'm gonna act like 10,000 people watching. So I got 10,000 things to tell you to 10,000 people. Hold on, what is this garbage? First of all, we gotta have some man up stuff going on in the background, man. You can't do that, man. I don't even know who that was, son. I think it said Casanova or something. But that gives me my topic I want to talk about, because I got a lot to talk about. First of all you Tekashi fans out there, nah, let me chill. Let me leave the white boy alone. I'm gonna leave the little white clown alone. I'm gonna just talk about the reason why y'all supposed to support the type of music that me and my brothers is putting out, man. My brother got a whole project, Big Homie Talk, where he just spitting straight facts, straight therapy, talking to the young dudes, hitting them with jewels, all of that. But, you know, we don't be getting that kind of light, you know what I mean? But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for the, I'm not doing it for the recognition, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty happy here at Man Up, man. It's the first company I ever worked at, Black organization. Like, you know what I mean? I got the founding member in my phone. I got the boss on my phone. I don't remember ever having a job where I could just call the boss. I call AT right now. Hold on, call AT right now. I call AT right now. He's gonna pick up for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no other job I ever had in my whole life where I could call the boss at any time. But he called me at any time too, man, even when I'm on vacation. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't even work. This ain't work. You know what I'm saying? This is doing the work. When you're doing the work, you ain't never off, man. You ain't never off doing this work. So, in the background, y'all see, man, that was the Bama Jam, man. Got Tiz and Fresh on stage. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna be able to do that this summer, man. And this was supposed to be my summer, man. I was supposed to bless the stage again, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was supposed to light the Bamas up. Y'all already know how I go with me. Like, straight theatrics. The police would have been scared. Everybody been scared except for the people that know exactly how we move. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, we ain't coming out there with no drama, man. We straight dropping jewels, man. Straight good music. Straight, just, you know, straight education and all of that, man. Trying to make sure that, you know, our people got the resources and stuff they need so there won't be no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you see what's happening. You know what I mean? The shooting and stuff is going crazy. That's why we got the 500 men sign up. You know what I mean? You need to go check that out if you didn't. You need to go sign up if you didn't. Because, you know, this is a historic time. And you're gonna want to make sure that you put your 2 cents in, you played your part, because history gonna dictate who was sitting on their hands and who was out there doing the work, who was out there handing out, you know, PPE equipment, who was giving the people the information. All of this is going to be documented, man. So, you know, this time It's gonna come. It's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come, and once it passes, you're gonna sit back and be like, man, I should have did this. Man, I could have did that. Yo, we giving y'all opportunities, man. We always giving y'all opportunities to step out and represent for your borough, represent for your peoples, represent for your neighborhood. You know what I mean? We done had, I don't know how many giveaways. I don't know how many giveaways we done did. I don't know how many, events we done put on. I don't know how many programs we done launched. But now everything is going extra crazy. So now we got to try to figure out what's going on with all of these different programs. They don't even know what's going to go down with a lot of school. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for the kids right now, man, because this is going to affect their development. Going to school when you're young, I think you get more education from your peers than you actually do from the teachers. But that's just my own opinion. You know what I mean? Because when I was growing up, you know what I mean? Everybody knew who I was because I was rhyming when I was in the 4th grade. You know what I mean? I was 8, 9 years old. I was already writing rhymes. I was already on the corner in ciphers, battling people. I did all of that. You know what I mean? But I could also say that I fought almost all my friends. And we was friends even after all of that. Because, when you're young, you got to find out who your hierarchy is. You got to find out social structures. You got to find out how you live. Oh, yo, guess who just popped in the building? The number one and only Asiatic MC, the weekly wrap up. What you on, week 1000 now?
4 to be exact.
He on week 84, man. If I ain't on that weekly wrap up, like, son, I don't even watch CNN. I don't watch the news. I don't be watching any of y'all little podcasts. I just see what AZ, whatever AZ thought was important enough to put in his 1 minute for the week. That's all that seemed to be important to me too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we up in here, and half the squad ain't here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Mac Simon at. Yo, Muzz, what's up, man? You just gonna leave? You just gonna leave the state or whatever you gonna do, man? You ain't gonna holler at the team? You ain't call me and say what's up or nothing, man. Like this dude. And Tiz, man, I don't know what's up with Tiz, man. He just got a COVID test. They said he negative. How he ain't coming to work? Tiz got a negative COVID test and he still ain't coming to work. Like, I don't know what's going on with the team, man. But, me and A, we still in here, man. We gonna hold it down, man. We gonna still do it. And this is just dry run. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have the lights, the cameras, the action, everything gonna be popping. We're gonna have the Man Up backdrop, the Man Up podcast, and a bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just gonna be cutting the camera on the stream just to show y'all how we be getting down there.
A lot of content coming. A lot of content.
You know what I mean? We just gonna be putting it down. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in here is certified to edit. Everybody in here know how to shoot. Everybody in here, you know what I'm saying? The whole team is nice with it. But you know what I'm saying? We about to start hitting the streets, man. We're gonna be in the streets hard body because I want that press pass. You know what I'm saying? And in order for us to get that press pass, man, we got to put in some work in the street. So don't be surprised if I pop up on you and put a microphone in your face. Like, yo, what you mean about what you heard? Or why you ain't social distancing? You still sharing liquor? You still sharing bottles? So I'm gonna be right up in y'all face just like that, man. And if you get mad, I'm gonna put the edited version. Matter of fact, I'm gonna blur you out and put subtitles on what I want people to think you said. See, that's the power of a producer. Y'all gotta stop being consumers and start being producers, man. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to make something, you ain't never gonna get nothing. So that's all I ever focus on. You know what I'm saying? And just being and building active guards, man. I'm always trying to help people, teach them new skills, new ways to get money. Like, because when we was coming up, man, it was all about the dry mills and this, that, and the third. And it's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because when I was younger, you know what I mean? I remember A.T. Mitchell having a class in the middle of the hood. He showed us the education of Sonny Carson for the first time. You know what I mean? And we was talking about a whole bunch of stuff about gang violence and all of that. But you know, he was working for another organization at that time. And then he started Man Up. You know what I mean? And now I'm here, and you know, he gave me a great platform, man, to launch the program. Where we at in the AIM program? We like year 6 in the AIM program. You know what I mean? Couple of schools out here. We've been doing our thing. Our kids been performing. They've been putting in work. He's planning on expanding into video arts and all of this stuff. But now with schools, nobody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel sorry for these young dudes, man, because not just the young dudes, but the kids, period. Because school, a lot of the lessons that come out of school don't even come from the teachers, man. It come from your peers. It come from you learning, you know, social structures and hierarchies and where you stand, where you fit in the world, as far as like even with your friends. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, it was a different thing when we grew up. We didn't have a bunch of escapes like y'all did. You know what I mean? I had a Super Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? But I also had 4 brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's only 2 controllers. That means I was fighting if I wanted to play Super Mario Brothers. I had to fight to play Super Mario Brothers. Now y'all kids sitting up there with PlayStation, Call of Duty out all day. Yo, we didn't have that. We used to have to come outside and entertain each other. You know what I mean? But it also made us smarter. I can't even count how many bikes I've built out of the garbage. I used to literally just find frames and yo, oh, that rim is good. Oh, that pedal is good. And go build a bike. And then next thing you know, we somewhere in Highland Park or flying down Miller Hill. A lot of y'all know about Miller Hill, man. Miller Hill done got plenty people hurt coming out of Miller Hill, man. Coming down Miller Hill. Y'all know, you know what I'm talking about, man.
Coming down from Highland, right?
Yeah, man. Coming from Highland Park, man, that Miller Hill, that hill kid. Especially if you was on one of them bikes, because you know, brakes was optional back then. You used to be able to stop the bitch. I had to stop it with your foot, put your foot in the back tire to stop the bike. But yo, I seen people get hurt bad. Because you know, everybody likes to ride bikes fast, but when the bikes start going like 30, 40 miles an hour, you see people start losing their focus.
Cars.
Yep, and then you don't know. So you know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. That's something that you had to kind of go through as a child. You know what I mean? We got bait, you know, scrapes. I still got a bunch of marks and scars. You know what I mean? I probably fought all my friends. You know what I mean? I fought Amelie, Jabel. I fought Gus, fought Corey, and I fought all my friends. But we was all friends. Like, that's what it was. You got mad, what? Then we come outside and start playing Skelly together. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that big. It wasn't never, we would never let it get that big. The only time it got to a problem is like, you know, once the money and stuff start coming in the picture. Then it was like, you know, we was attacking each other. So I could kind of see, like, you know, how these young dudes is out here going out about it. But we had some decorum as far as like what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? If we had beef with you, we was going to try to catch you. You wasn't going to go shoot up the whole block party just to shoot at you. That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they doing a lot of drive-bys and all of that. And I got a different view about that. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, we need that team, man, that's going to be out on the street and kind of using like what the Cure Violence model was. You know what I mean? The Cure Violence model was, that shit was pristine when I first came in. You know what I mean? Brother Tiz was running the joint. That's what kind of gave it credit, because I know what kind of dude Tiz is. So the fact that he's completely on this positive side, but I know that it's a certain sensibility that comes with making him want to do that. It got to be some kind of righteous angle to it. That's what kind of led me to believe, you know, with Man Up, you know what I mean? Because I was gone for like 10 years before I came back to New York. So But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm just talking. I'm acting like that's say one. I'm acting like that's say 10,000 people. So I'm talking to 10,000 people right now. You know what I mean?
Practice.
Just practicing. You know what I mean? You gotta get used to talking for at least a half hour to 45 minutes if you're gonna be doing podcasts and stuff like that. Stream of consciousness thought. And I definitely got some jewels I want to hit y'all with. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna be bringing the board up. Yo, I got some ideas. Got some ideas. We're gonna be doing some screen sharing. Everybody gonna come in with their own stories, what they want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, A already got like 10 stories. Like he be having he's like the news boardroom. You know what I'm saying? There's certain stuff he got put on the cutting room floor because it can't fit in 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of topics that's going down. It's a lot of stuff that's going down. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff I really don't care about, but you know, other people might want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And or other people in the team. And that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and I'm expecting it to be dissenting opinions between us. Because you know, we all alpha males in our own right. So it's kind of hard, you know, especially like when you fixated on what you believe is right. Somebody comes in and they gives you a different point of view. Depending on how strong your point of view was and how hard you could stand on it, you're probably gonna have to like accept the fact that you was wrong about something. Or sometimes you could be right about something and just gotta let it go. You know what I mean? It's plenty times I was right, but I just ain't want to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And people tend to think I don't care because of that. Nah, it's just that I got a thing about my life and stress and living my life with as least stress as possible. If I could solve the problem immediately, I'm going to try to solve the problem so I could go on with life. Because, you know, focus on the wrong thing for too long, man, and eventually it becomes a whole way of being. And I know that from experience. Like I literally had to dig myself out of a hole before I came in here to man up because I was going through a lot personally. And I actually felt like people around me was allowing me to like self-destruct. They didn't care. I was getting drunk every day. I'm coming in with bottles every day. Every day I'm going home 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. They just let me get in my car and drive off twisted. And it took me one time to get home, and I was like, I don't believe they let me go drive off like this. But you know, everybody is everybody is grown at this point, so you can't fault I can't fault nobody for me being drunk. You know what I mean? And I can't fault them for not, you know, caring about me or if I got home safe. You know what I mean? They wouldn't even know if I was safe until the next day when I came out. You know what I'm saying? If I came out, you know what I mean? But that kind of woke me up, man, that, you know, people will sit around you and they'll let you self-destruct. I don't want to be one of them people. I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to show you something that's going to help better your life. That's how it works for me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a dry run right now. So, you know, eventually we're going to have a whole team in here, man. It might be some arguing going on because, you know, some real opinionated brothers in this piece. Some real opinionated brothers. You know what I'm saying? But I do think we the ultimate team, though. Because whatever I don't have, this guy I have. Whatever this guy don't got, team Muzzle I have. Whatever Muzz don't got, Tez I have. So we all got each other back and we all ready to just move how we need to move. And we moving as a team. So we already know, look, you mess with one of us, you messing with any of us. You know what I mean? Not doing some gang stuff, but yo, that's my boy. Those my boys. So I don't want to hear nothing bad. You mad because Tiz slapped you back in 98? I don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that went down that, you know, people just got to kind of let go. But yo, get used to seeing us, man, because we're gonna be out in the hood, man. I'm gonna be out in the hood, but we gonna be out in the hood because we running out. You know what I'm saying? What's that Citizen app joint? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, it's called Citizen app.
Yeah, we gonna get the Citizen app, yo, and whatever pop up, yo, we gonna pop out there with cameras, yo. That's how we gonna do it. We gonna get some local news popping out here. You know what I'm saying? To the point where people know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting for a couple of things. You know what I mean? The man up backdrop. We're waiting for some new uniforms for the media and arts department. But yeah, man, get used to seeing us, man. Get ready, because this is only the beginning, man. We just starting. I mean, we just starting back up again. You know what I'm saying? Like while y'all was all in the crib quarantining and hiding and ducking and Lysoling and disinfecting everything, we was out here social distancing, giving y'all PPEs and all of that. Like, so it's a lot of people. We ain't never stopped working. We ain't never stopped working. In fact, it just turned up. You know what I mean? For us in a particular way. But now, bruh, ready to get out there, man. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on that needs to be addressed. And if we don't address it, man, I mean, who gonna speak up? Who gonna talk? And like I said, I got my opinions about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of opinions about stuff. But a lot of stuff I'm going to be bringing y'all is going to be absolute fact. I'm coming with receipts. I don't play that. I'm not going to sit here and speculate, you know, just like what's happening right now. You know what I mean? So with the schools, you know, they're trying to pressure to open the schools. Well, a country did open these schools in Israel. Israel had the lowest COVID count in the world. You know, like 40 people died out of the whole country. I mean, they opened up schools. Now they on par with us. How many people contracted it and died?
Damn.
So what they found out is that ain't a lot of kids dying from it, but kids are super carriers. Kids are super carriers. They won't have no symptoms. They probably won't even get sick. But if they come across an adult, that adult going to take it back to their family. Their family going to pass it on. And those are called super spreaders. You know what I mean? So, and now, so with the kids and with school, like, let's keep it 100, man. These so-called government officials don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? Or they do know what they doing, and they just don't care. But when you got hundreds of thousands of people dying, then the president be like, it is what it is. Yo.
He said yesterday that kids are immune.
He just makes stuff up as he goes along, man. And I'm like, so, all right, we had a black president, man. This wasn't just any regular black dude. This guy had Harvard law degrees. He had to literally be one of the smartest black men on the planet to become president.
And Trump is a reality star.
And Trump is an absolute imbecile, man. Just like before him, Bush was an absolute imbecile.
He makes Bush look smart.
Yeah, he make Bush look smart. You know what I'm saying? At least Bush, you know what I'm saying? Bush dude, you know what I'm saying? He had some idea about the decorum of being the
Bush knew when to shut up.
Yeah, he had some idea about the decorum.
Talk for him. That's what it is.
But this dude, man, he gets up there, he just says anything. Man. I feel sorry for y'all that that's y'all president. He ain't my president because whatever he's doing, it doesn't really affect my life at all.
Exactly.
So he's not my president. You know what I'm saying? And I feel sorry for, you know, a lot of y'all that gotta, you know, rep for this country. I got family and I got people in the military and all of that. Man, I'm just hoping this guy don't start World War IV. You know what I'm saying? Because between World War IV.
What was World War III? World
War III is what we living in right now. World War III is going on right now. World War III been happening since the end of World War II. You know what I'm saying? When we came out of World War II, fighting them wars for them, and then the guys came back. You know, you gotta imagine like how crazy that gotta feel for a man, right? He's oppressed out here. He's getting beat up by the cops and all that. Then he goes in the military. They send him to Paris. He's smashing like, all these model chicks in London, and he's in Germany. Like they treating them like kings out there. Then they come back out here and they can't even get a house. Can't get an apartment. Can't get a job.
But they get free meals from diners or something. That's it.
Yeah, thanks for your service.
Thanks for your service. Get some pancakes.
I forgot what percentage of homeless people are military or former military. Just look up that number.
It's probably, I would guess it's probably like 35 to 40% probably. Right?
Yeah.
That's just off the head. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, because people, it's just like with anything, everything in this country. I was just watching Stokely Carmichael, man, aka Kwame Ture, right? The only reason why I started watching a lot of his stuff and going back on him is because Clinton. So thanks, Clinton. Thanks for throwing shade on my man, Stokely Carmichael, man. Thanks for throwing shade on him because you made me go back and revisit what my man was talking about, man. And what he was talking about was the destructiveness of capitalism. Capitalism is made to exploit people. It doesn't work if there's no lower class. So, but that's the same thing that goes on with everything. Just like I can't remember the brother name. I gotta remember the young brother name. He was the #1 high school prospect in the country, but he just signed on to a HBCU, Historical Black College. He's the first kid to actually take his talent to a historical Black college instead of going to, Florida State or UCLA or, he went to a Black college. So now everybody going to see how he do in that Black college. And that's going to change the whole dynamics of college. Because right now they willing to risk all them little dudes' lives. And I call them little dudes, man, because I'm like in my 40s. But all them little dudes, they try to make them all come back and play football. They try to make them come back and play basketball. They don't care about their life. They don't care about their life. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with like all sports. And I'm saying all sports, I mean even sports entertainment. Like, you know what I mean? Even wrestling. How many people done been destroyed by wrestling? You know what I mean? I watched a documentary on that, man. That was crazy. They was showing like all of the, how many wrestlers committed suicide? Killed themselves.
Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero.
Chris Benoit choked his kids to death. He choked his kids to death and then killed himself. What kind of men, like?
And they tried to hide it too.
They tried to hide it, man. They tried to cover it up.
They didn't report the kid thing when it first came out. They just said he killed himself. Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And then it's just like the people that died. You know what I'm saying? Remember Owen Hart died at the WrestleMania.
And they went on with the match.
They went on with the whole thing. He died right there in front of everybody.
I was watching that when it happened. Shit blacked out for about 10 minutes. And then somebody else, they was wrestling with the blood in the ring. That's cold. Vince is cold. This man is cold.
Vince is cold, man. Yo, Jerry Jones is cold. You know what I'm saying? Any of these, like any sport you could think of, bro. Like, it's just like, you see what happened, right? So I'm gonna talk about baseball, right? So you remember how baseball went? It was the white guys, and then there was the Negro League, right? So the Negro League had way better everything. It had way better everything. Satchel Paige was the best pitcher. He could smoke everybody in the white league at that time. Nobody hit none of his pitches. Then you talking about Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson had more home runs than Babe Ruth. He had more home runs than Babe Ruth, and he was hitting against a superior pitching staff. Them black dudes was throwing all kind of curves, all that. Josh Gibson was up out of there. But when they decided they was gonna get their first black player, did they get any of those two? Nah. You know why? Satchel Paige was known as one of them dudes that be in Harlem. Josh Gibson, man, he had some kind of mental issues, so he couldn't have made it. But what they did was they got Jackie Robinson. Why did they get Jackie Robinson? Because Jackie Robinson was a former military person. That means he believed in the country. If you got somebody that you're going to try to integrate into sports, you can't bring Malcolm X. Malcolm X is going to come in and make you think, man, we don't want these kind of dudes here. But Satchel Paige wouldn't have took what Jackie Robinson took. Soon as one of them white people would have spit on him or something like that, Satchel Paige would have been up in the crowd busting somebody's head open. That's why they didn't pick him. They picked Jackie Robinson. And Jackie Robinson was an okay player, according to the Negro Leagues. He was okay. He wasn't even in the top 10. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is, right? So now that was baseball. So what happened was everybody, after Jackie Robinson came in, and he wasn't even the best player, but he wound up being the best player in New League, right? So now everybody want their black player, right? Everybody wanted their black player. Then they found out that the black players had a certain amount of understanding about the finances and stuff that's going on. So what did they do? They went to the next best thing. What's the next best thing to black players? Hispanic players. You talk about Roberto Clemente and all of them, man. Why you think they going out there right now? Where you think CC Sabathia and all these dudes come from? Because they know they gotta go to them third world countries to get these people. Because if you try to get, we know how much baseball generates in America. You can't just give no regular black kid any kind of money if they know. Like you seen what Alex Rodriguez did. You know what I'm saying? Once he figured it out, he just cornered them to the point where it was like 150 million, something crazy, because he knew, like, yo, look, man, this franchise, this is what I bring to the sport.
That bread.
He wanted that bread, you know what I'm saying? And then they try to do him dirty, you know what I'm saying? They try running out the league, they try to run him off out the league and all of that. But yeah, man, that's just baseball. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is a whole nother animal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just like with the Kaepernick thing, right? Everybody talk about Kaepernick taking the knee and this, that, and the third. But Kaepernick ain't the first athlete to protest the national anthem. He's not even close. Not even Kareem. Research Abdul Rauf. He used to play for the Nuggets. This guy was Steph Curry before Steph Curry was. Watch his highlight films, man. This little dude was dropping 40 on dudes like it wasn't nothing. And he had Tourette's. So he used to have like a little shake with him. So Abdul Rauf, he used to play for the Nuggets with he was on there with Mutombo. But he used to have Tourette's, and he wound up converting to Islam, and his peace of mind let him get control of his Tourette's. So, but being in the Nation of Islam, I remember this from back in public school, because Tiz's brother Nala was in my class, his other brother was in my class. Nayala was in my class, and we used to have to get up and we pledge allegiance to the flag. And Nah, I didn't have to do none of that. And I'm like, yo, why he don't gotta say it? That's because he's Muslim. I'm like, well, I'm Muslim too. But you know, I had that dynamics going on in my family where half of the family was Christian and the other half was Muslim. So I was kind of being raised by both sides, so it wasn't kind of fair, right? I couldn't call myself a Muslim, but I couldn't call myself a Christian either. But anyway, that was my first time seeing that they didn't have to salute the flag. So when I seen Abdul Rauf doing it, they came down on him. They was booing. They was booing them in his own. They was booing them in their own city. They was booing him in Denver because he wouldn't stand for the flag. So then he told him, all right, man, you stand, but you ain't got to say nothing. So he stand, but instead of him standing and saying something, what he did was he prayed. So if you look, Abdul Rauf, he's praying during the national anthem. But he was forced out of the league because he did not want to conform just to appease the people. You know what I mean? And what suffice to what a lot of people may think, it's not mandatory for them to have to do that. That's not in their contracts. Definitely wasn't in his. But they was trying to make him conform. And he just left the league. And I was kind of tight about that, man, because like I said, yo, he was nasty. That little light-skinned dude was nasty, yo. Matter of fact, he was in the
Big Three. I was just watching it.
Yeah. He was in the Big Three. He was on that joint that LeBron James dropped, that Shut Up and Dribble.
Yeah.
He was in that joint too. He was telling his whole story about what happened to him. Now you gotta remember, this dude averaging like 30-something points a game. He had dropped 40, 50 on somebody in that heartbeat, yo. If you sleeping on him.
They said he averaged 30 in college.
Yeah, like, yo, son, he was off the chain, son. Like, I'm saying, like, one of them, like, you see how Steph Curry could just shoot from anywhere? He was like that, son. He could just shoot from anywhere. You don't know where he gonna pull up. And he was nasty, but they forced him out the league, man, because he didn't want to. So, you know, Kaepernick should have known, you know, not give Kaepernick his PC. Like, he did a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? He put up bread, you know what I'm saying? He just put up $1 million, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just heard Jay-Z brought a school in Brooklyn, bro.
He didn't buy a school. He partnered with LIU to bring music, sports, and entertainment classes on the campus.
See, that's called false advertisement, right? That's why I don't like Jay-Z, man. That's why I do not like Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z is hip-hop's Donald Trump, man. He sells his name to people. You know what I mean? Because you gotta remember what happened with the Barclay. Remember everybody like, yo, Jay owned the Barclay. Turns out he owns 1/3 of 1% of the Barclay. And I think he sold it back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that kind of got the people to forget about all the people that got displaced and kicked out of their homes for them to build the Barclay. They got a documentary on that. I think you should check it out. You should see how when corporate interest comes in, you know, they use our celebrities, they use everything to throw the wool over our eyes, and then they come out here and, you know, Brooklyn ain't benefiting. Listen, we supposed to have access to the Barclay. All schools supposed to have access to the Barclay. All schools, all kids, all that supposed to have access to the Barclay. If y'all not going to actually put money back into the schools. What is this garbage? All right, so where was I? I forgot what I was mad about just a second ago. Oh, Gay-Z. All right, so yeah, and I heard that he's giving about $400,000 or something like that to some organizations in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, you know, I did the research on these corporations, right? That he's giving money to. It's not pretty, man. It's not pretty. You know, they say ignorance is bliss because if you don't know stuff, you could go through life not knowing. Knowledge is a curse. Once you know something, it's hard to unknow. It's hard to unlearn something, right? So the stuff that I learned, man, is real crazy. But we're gonna be addressing it. I'm waiting till my team come back because you know we got some Jay-Z fans, we got some Nas fans, we got all that. I ain't no fans of none of these dudes, man. Can't none of these dudes touch me. Especially like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm on my A game, crazy nights. And I'm definitely gonna get it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? But right now, just about helping the people. And you know, we've been streaming for a couple of minutes now. We up to like 41, 42 minutes. I just wanted to let everybody know, yo, we gonna be coming at y'all directly, man. It's gonna be simultaneous casting on YouTube and Facebook. As soon as we get the Facebook thing set up, you know, as we kind of restructuring them right now. And you know, the virtual thing, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they want us to do virtual classes. It's kind of hard for us to do virtual classes. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, like maybe, you know, the real writers, like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of that has got to do, we just got to change it, the format, a lot of it to video and screen sharing and stuff like that. And I think that could get pulled off. The video thing is completely different. They're going to need a camera. They're going to need a camera. They're going to need a keyboard. They're going to need something because the AIM program is hands-on. So we don't know about that, man. Maybe we could get the sponsors up. You know what I'm saying? I got B&H in the phone. I got a couple of companies in the phone. We get some sponsors, man, that'll sponsor some equipment that we would give to our participants who sign up for the AIM program, who sign up for the Media and Arts program. We'll get you the equipment. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do it like that. And I'll go, and like I said, I go into my own Rolodex and, you know, pull out some resources for that. But, you know, it'll only be for the youth, man. You know what I mean? Like a lot of you older people, I don't have no problem helping y'all, man. But a lot of y'all's kind of still stuck in y'all ways. I want to get at the youth, man, before they get corrupted by this life that we call life. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that I'll be wanting to hit the young dudes to while they still, you know, at that point in their life where they still trying to figure things out. You know what I mean? I was working since I was 15. So I know what it means to earn your own money and have your own stuff. And I had to ask your moms to buy you some sneakers. I knew how that felt a long time ago. You know what I mean? And that's always a good feeling to get money that you earn. So I always try to teach any kind of kids I'm dealing with. I always try to teach them how to earn or how to do for self. You know what I mean? And once you can do for self, that means you can do for others. And if you can do for others what you can do for yourself, and you can do it efficiently, you can charge them, right? So everything is always about your work. That's why I'll be stressing to everybody. Your work is what proceeds your future work. You ain't gonna get no work if your past work ain't good. So I always make sure the work is good. I always make sure that, you know, we actually touch some kids. I always make sure that I put my best foot forward. I always make sure I put the extra effort. I always make sure I do as much as I can because I do want it to be successful because I know how important the arts is. The arts was very important for me when I was coming up. When I was growing up, if I didn't have the arts, I would have probably had to focus on just being a goon. because everybody else had to just focus on being the goon. But everybody knew me as the rapper. I was the entertainment. Even the older dudes be like, yo, come here, yo, Snoop do not rhyme. And then I sit, and then I get to sit there and listen to them argue about, religion, or 5%ers, or whatever it is. So I got to be around older people just because of my talent. I got to be around influential people. I got to see how different versions of what I was saying and how it affected people. I remember saying one rhyme one time in front of people and everybody loved it. And then I remember saying the same rhyme at another time and they looked at me like it was the wackest thing ever. And then that's when I learned about it's not necessarily what you're saying, it's about how you're saying it. It's about your performance and your delivery. But that's just like, another lesson. But hip hop taught me how to be a man because you got to have your own ideas. I mean, I don't know what it is now. Everybody trying to sound like everybody else. But back when I was coming up, if you even slightly sounded like somebody else, man. He sounded just like Mos Def. Oh, he sounded just like Jay-Z. Oh, he sounded just like, you know what I mean? Because they'll point that out immediately. And then it'll devalue whatever it is you're doing. So, of course, and it was about versatility. You had to I had to make knowledgeable songs like KRS-One. I had to make commercial songs like LL. I had to make lyrical songs like Kool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane. I had to just do all of that. And it helped me when I actually did get into the music game for real, and was in the studio doing split sheets and all of that. I could go and I could tell a producer, yo, put on any beat. Put on any beat, and I got a song for it. Put anything together, I got a song for it. And some producers try to test me too. They put on some crazy wild beat. Just know I can't rhyme to it. And I still burn it down. You know what I mean? Because I done rhymed on so many different patterns, so many different beats. But yeah, we've been at the game for a while. But now the game has changed. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't need to pay y'all dusty ass producers. You know what I'm saying? You used to pay dudes by the hour and then they spend like 35 minutes wanting to talk to you about Jay-Z last album. Like, bruh. And that's where I start milking them producers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be like, yo, I need I only need an hour. They be like, you only need an hour? Like, yeah, I only need an hour. They charging $45 an hour. They only making $45. And I'm like, I'm not going to get a whole block when I only need an hour. I'm going to lay down a song in like 10 minutes. The rest of that, you spending the rest of that time mixing and mastering my stuff. Because I don't come in the studio to figure out how the song is going to sound. I already know how it's going to sound. I just record it. You know what I'm saying? I usually one take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to make sure that I know my bars before I even get up in there. So he going to spend most of the time just mixing everything down. And I can get all that done in an hour. You know what I'm saying? I don't need 4 and 5 hours. Unless I'm up in there with a bunch of dudes, we talking, drinking, we having fun and all this, that, and the third, because I done did that too. But so now it's a different game. All you need is one of those. Get you a MacBook, man. You get you a nice MacBook with a sound card in it, with some Logic or Pro Tools or whatever in it, man. Get you a preamp. Bruh. Lil Wayne recorded a lot of his features like that. Right in his hotel room. On the mic, and that's the thing, right? Not all mics are the same. I've been in plenty studios. The best mic I ever recorded on was in Gem Studio. It was a room about this big. The vocal booth was about the size of this room. And I could stand anywhere in the room and that mic would pick my voice up. So I ain't have to stand looking directly at the microphone. I was able to move around. And it was picking up everything. And I got that on camera too, man, just to prove it. Like, but that mic was awesome. And I forgot how much he said he paid for it, but the mic was awesome. You know what I mean? And it created a sound like he barely had to touch my vocals. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna start doing equipment or start recording, don't go the cheap route, man. Do not go the cheap route. Spend the money that you're gonna need to spend, so you're gonna have to spend it later. You won't have to upgrade if you start with the best. Technology is always changing, so you know what I mean? It's gonna always be a new this or new that. But now y'all can record at home. You know what I'm saying? And since you got the option of recording at home, that means you ain't got no manager in your ear. You ain't got no A&Rs in your ear. That means you should be able to do any kind of music that you want to do. But I ain't impressed, man. I am not impressed, man. I'm feeling like Kendrick Lamar right now, man. Yo, you gotta see that Kendrick Lamar interview, man. He's talking about, like, you know, why he ain't pressed to put out no new music. He's like, yo, it's like people don't even appreciate it. Like, he did rock him to sleep though with that last one. That was a smart move. Because he took all his same content, all that stuff he been talking about, he put that on his last album. He just put a different sound to it. And by him putting that different sound to it, it made people eat it up. Because if he'd have dropped DNA off of any other beat, it wouldn't have worked like that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it, right? So that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you out there and you call yourself spitting bars, if you don't got essential music, when I'm saying essential music, I mean some music that's passing some kind of information. Something that's showing your humanity, your humbleness, because, you know, everybody can't. You know, you can fake it till you make it, man. But, you know, sometimes you got to come down to earth and talk to the regular people. Everybody talking like they living a life and they doing it already, that's cool, but that's just, you know, entertainment. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, being entertained and educated at the same time. People talk a lot about KRS-One. KRS-One taught me a lot, bro. He taught me about the house nigga feel nigga. He got a song called House Nigga Feel Nigga. He got a song called Racist. There's 5 different types of racists. You know what I mean? He got, you know, You Must Learn. Love's Gonna Get You. Like, all of these songs is like, they don't even register as songs to me. They register like lessons. I could always fall back on the lesson of, you know, the concept of the house nigga feel nigga. Or the song You Struggling. Matter of fact, man, that whole Edutainment album was like, that was like the turning point for me as an artist. Because I didn't think you could touch on them topics and still make it like hot. Banging. You know what I mean? But right now, man, my favorite artists right now, Royce da 5'9", Black Thought, Joyner Lucas, you know, real hip hop dudes. You know what I mean? I don't really care what a lot of these other people doing. You know what I'm saying? I heard Bobby Shmurda supposed to probably be getting out of jail. Doesn't matter, man. Did Bobby Shmurda get any education in jail? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna come out, you know what I'm saying, talking about the emphasis of the prognosis of me getting incarcerated by my surroundings of my entourage that perpetrated me to. And what if Bobby Shmurda come out and he start rhyming like Nas? He got Nas bars, yo. If Bobby Shmurda come out, he's like, my name ain't Bobby Shmurda no more. My name is Bobby Love. I would accept that more than I would accept Tekashi right now. Because I swear, man, Nicki Minaj talking about retiring. I guess so, if you're going to record a song with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Akon trying to buy out half of Africa, so him doing the song with him, I'm like, oh man, come on, son. He's trying to destroy us out here, so everybody gotta move to Africa. He gonna help him destroy our people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I can't think I think this COVID thing kind of sparing people a lot of stuff, man, because I don't know where Tekashi could perform at. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have security and all of that stuff wherever he go, but who are these people that's giving this nigga money? That's what I want to know. Those are the real culprits. An idiot gonna be an idiot. You know what I'm saying? But who's funding that? You know what I'm saying? They need to get some of that bread over here, kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I seen, like I said, I seen Jay-Z was giving out $400,000 to some organizations in Chicago. 400,000? Come on, son. Thought you was a billionaire. Thought you and Beyonce had it like that. And then he teamed up with somebody and put up 400,000. And then you got to see the companies they gave it to, man. He gave it to a bunch of white people in Chicago. Oh, you mean to tell me you couldn't find Cure Violence in Chicago? That's where it started. You couldn't get that money to them Cure Violence people? Hey, man, whatever, man. But, you know, that's just my opinion, man. So, you know, we've been streaming for almost an hour. You're going to cut it off at the hour mark because, you know, I don't know how this drink going to go. But I know it's going to go up on the page. And it's going to be up there so the director can see it. Yeah, son, we did that. We did that, son. But now we're going to have some real deal topics, man. We might even roll the board up in here, man. I start writing on the board. Like, yo, look, man, this is what happened, right? But yeah, yo, and also we're gonna be coming up here just to do a fill-in, meaning that you know what programs may be coming up, what may be happening. You know what I mean? We got the social diplomat thing coming up. I want to see how that's gonna pan out. But we definitely gonna need team members, gonna need people on the street for that. Can't just jump out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to lie. I am upset that we can't do the Bama Jam this year because this was my year. I let Tiz rock last year. I let him rock last year. I even recorded him. It was all good. This year, the team's going to be up there. The team's going to be up there. We was going to scare some people. Mm-hmm. But you see that, man? You see that? We can't do that now. Social distancing. Look at that. Half the hood was on stage. That'll never work today. I don't think that's gonna ever work again. You know what I mean? Like the way they got this Drake crazy right now, man. But yeah, we was packed in that park, man. That was a great night, man. That was a great night. I had a lot of fun, man. I'd have had more fun if I was on stage though. I think Fresher and them knew, man. Zero came through, kid. They already know, kid. I had people coming out the bleachers. I had them coming out the crowd. Yo. We had a lot of fun, man. But eventually we're going to get it back, man. We probably have to stream a concert. Probably got to stream a concert this year, yo. Hold up. Calling some celebrities. Yo, we donate. Yo, we accepting all donations. We accepting all donations, you know what I'm saying? And don't let me get the right celebrity up in here because I'm going to grab the mic and battle him in front of everybody. Like, yo, I would like to bring to the stage. He's your friend and mine's. And then I'm going to bury him. Joe, that's what my old aim is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't nothing changed. Anybody know me, they know my page. They already know how I go. It ain't nothing changed, except now everybody trying to ride our wave. Everybody trying to be Black Power now. Everybody want to be rocking masks and talking Black Power stuff. You don't play that, man. You can't be black on Tuesday and then be back to slave on Wednesday. Don't work like that. Slaves. So now the slave master told you to drop a video on BET about police brutality. Why you couldn't do that yourself? Why you had to wait for them crackers to tell you to do that? But anyway, yo, I don't know, man. I like this. I like the sound of my own voice, as you can tell, and I'm long-winded. I could talk about a bunch of other stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, government, environment, technology. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just bought the rights to the first automated vehicles. So that means all you little Uber drivers, you little T-tag people that's taking up all the parking and all of the messing up our streets with all this traffic, all y'all about to get fired. All y'all about to get fired. But yo, I'm gonna calm down. Just having fun. Looking at myself on the screen. Looking at you now. I want you to pay attention, okay? I want you to tell your friends. I want you to tell everybody. Zero is going to be speaking to us every week. And he's going to have other people speaking every week. Are you ready for that? Yo, if you're not, then just watch AZ Weekly Wrap Up, man. You're going to get the same thing in 1 minute instead of 1 hour. All right? Peace. I gotta learn how to do